Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Happy Monday to all of you. Supermarket shoppers warned over collapse in the next 3 weeks. Empty shelves could continue if the current staff crisis isn't solved amid the impact Brexit and pandemic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously this is not occurring here in the United States yet, but I wanted to go ahead and show you something that could help a crisis such as this occur here in the United States, and it's ongoing right now. First, I'm going to go ahead and read this real short article that has to do with the lack of labor that there is in some EU countries and how it is affecting their shelves from being fully stocked. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, we can have all the food in the world and all of the stuff in the world that we need, but if we don't have workers to put those things on the shelves, to transport those things, and to be able to sell us those things, then we really don't have those things. Think about it. Supermarket shelves could be empty for months due to a collapse in the supply chain, according to a fresh warning. Shoppers reported low stock and essential items missing in stores across Scotland, causing speculation over the impact of a mixture of Brexit and the pandemic. I'm not sure what they mean by the pandemic. I think they mean the health crisis. Industry bosses have now warned empty shelves could continue if the current staff crisis isn't solved. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we are facing a collapse of the supply chain, meaning even bigger gaps on supermarket shelves. We already have haulers unable to move goods on a daily basis, and we are now facing the perfect storm. There has recently been a lack of HGV drivers caused by a combination of this health crisis and Brexit, which Tesco says is creating 48 tons of food waste each week as fresh goods are being left to rot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that they have a lot of job openings, but no people to work them. Supermarket workers have also been forced to self-isolate during the so-called pandemic. But shoppers have been urged not to panic buy despite the limited amount of stock in some supermarket stores and branches in recent days. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the worst thing that you can tell a population is don't panic buy. Only get what you need, because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go out there and panic buy, especially if they're not prepared. So to our friends across the pond, make sure that you are prepared so you don't have to panic buy. That way you don't put yourself in a position where you have to go out there last minute just to try to buy whatever's available. If things are available now, get them now. Especially if you know that you're going to use them. Be one of the spectators and not one of the people actually being spectated upon because other people are looking at you fight with someone else over a case of water. Now let me go ahead and segue this into how this can translate to something similar happening here in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Here it says that there are about 1 million more job openings than people looking for work. And here they're talking about in the United States. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Have you ever heard or read something like this in your lives before this year? There are about 1 million more job openings than people looking for work in the United States. Here it says there are 8.6 million people considered out of work in the U.S., and nearly 10 million job openings. Employers are using a number of incentives, including pet insurance and signing bonuses, to fill those positions. One of the biggest factors is that employers are essentially having to buy back job applicants' health crisis lifestyles, meaning that they're having to pay the applicants more than what they were being paid by the state/federal government to stay home, because they were pretty much forced to stay home. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect example of the Hegelian dialectic. The government creates a problem, then they come in as the knight in shining armor to fix that problem, and what do? In the end, they just make it worse. It continues to say that employers in the U.S. face an interesting challenge ahead. how to fill nearly 10 million job openings with about a million fewer workers than there are positions available. How successful they are will go a long way in determining whether the recent strong of outsized job gains can continue. The Department of Labor reported Friday that there are some 8.7 million potential workers who have been looking for jobs and are counted among the unemployed. At the same time, job placement site Indeed estimates there are about 9.8 million job vacancies as of the middle of July, or just a few days after the government's sample period for the monthly numbers. Companies have been using a variety of techniques, including signing bonuses, higher salaries, and flexible working arrangements to entice people. This is one of the most complex labor markets in recent memory. And one of the biggest factors is employers are essentially having to buy back job applicants' health crisis lifestyles. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what does this imply? Let's say that the 10 million people that are out of work actually go and get jobs. They are asking for more money. They are asking for more dollars for the same labor that they were producing before. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. It's a free market. However, what's going to happen is this. They think that they're going to be getting a deal. So, for example, let's say here in Fairbanks, McDonald's here used to pay $12 an hour. Now they're paying $15. And that's probably across the board, right? In the United States, jobs are now paying more, considerably more than what they were before. So people say, okay, great, now I'm making more money. But when businesses across the board are paying more, do you think they're going to charge more or less for their services or for their products that they sell? We've already seen prices going up across the board everywhere. So, in fact, you are getting a nominal raise in dollar amounts, but how much of a raise are you getting in purchasing power? If you're getting a 20% raise in salary, but inflation, meaning the price of goods and things that you need to live, go up by 25-30%, did you really get a raise? The answer is no. You actually got a cut in pay. That's why inflation is a tax, not only on everyone, but especially on the poor and the middle class. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in for this short video. I'll be putting out another news video later on today. It's a mixture of two articles that are extremely interesting and that have information that I feel we need to know. However, I hope that you got something out of this. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place. And you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I am out. Ladies and gentlemen, because I love nutrient survival so much, they have provided me with a landing page on their website. To me, this is an honor because I truly love this company and their product. If you use the link below the description of this video, you can check out the Alaska Prepper 14-Day Reboot Kit, which offers my favorite nutrient survival products and is currently selling for 5% off the regular price. Remember to use the code AP10 for $10 off your order, or the code APEGGS to get a 5-pack of their individually packaged vitamin eggs for free. I love saying feed your freedom with nutrient survival because this company truly is the real deal when it comes to nutrition that you can depend on.